Okay, I'm here. My name is Ruth Mojeed. I'm an intern with the Victoria Foundation. I'm currently a student in the Intercultural and International Communication program here in Railroad University. It is such an honor and privilege for me to be here today. I'm basically going to speak on merging the local and the global through international education. And I am a Nigerian. I came from Nigeria just about a year ago, so I'll be speaking from a Nigerian perspective. I moved to Canada after an undergraduate degree in communication from a Nigerian university. And afterwards, I decided to get some professional experience. I started working with some local and international organizations. In the course of my work, I had to visit a number of countries. And I was exposed to different cultures. I was exposed to different ways of doing things. And this made me want to see the world. It made me want to see what the world out there looks like. So I decided to to study abroad, and I applied to the program, and that's how I made it here today. Now I got to Canada, and my very first classroom experience, it was something that I was looking forward to. I wanted to start that graduate journey and taking everything that it's about. And the very session we were supposed to have was with Pedro Marquez, that is the vice president of the university. I was well prepared for this class. I was well prepared to meet my fellow students and just everything. But something happened, I made the wrong turns, and I ended up 20 minutes late. Obviously, I was the only one who was coming in at that time. Everybody, 41 other students, were seated. So I literally crawled to the corner of the room where my name was boldly written by my chair. And I crawled there, and it felt like everyone was glaring at me. No kidding, I felt I was being judged. And somewhere in my mind, I thought, if these people aren't sure by my skin color that I'm African, definitely by my actions, they would be able to tell that I'm African. I don't know if you guys have heard of African time. For those who haven't heard what it's about, it basically means you show up late for everything and you act like it doesn't matter. That is not to reinforce any stereotype about all Africans not paying attention to time or anything like that. That's not what this is about. But that lateness made me reflect deeply. It made me think deeply about changing my ways of doing things, my way of thinking, of approaching things. So I was prepared in some sense, but no amount of preparation got me ready for the whole new world I was being introduced to. I'm talking about a world of diversity, a world where difference is being celebrated. I was opportuned and privileged to share classrooms with 41 other students from 12 different countries. People from Jordan, from Korea, from Japan, from Brazil, from the US, from France, from China. And this set of people came with their own unique and beautiful cultural values and norms, things that they were used to doing back home. So, yeah, it was a huge privilege being around these people. And I realized I was learning from each of them. And I realized with time we started to form something I would like to call a diaspora community. What I mean by that is being in a community with a group of people who neither belong here nor there. Since we left home, we don't necessarily do a lot of the things that we used to do back home anymore. And now that we're here, we're still trying to find our place in the whole of this. Like, I got here and I found out you had to stand by the bus stop you had to press some buttons before you cross the road. Where I'm from, we don't do that. You just stand on that side and then you jump in the road and you hope to make it alive to the others. No kidding. Yeah, so that's the kind of cultural, that's what I was coming with. And each of the people that I was learning with had different things. I learned quickly that a nod doesn't always mean agreement. Sometimes it's just my Indian friend saying, I hear you. I understand what you're saying. I learned quickly that people have cultural and religious sensitivities, things that are really, really personal to them. And I had to learn to be respectful and mindful of all of these things. But then it was really comforting seeing my struggles to belong mirrored in the eyes of my other classmates who were trying also, who were struggling to find their place in the middle of all of this. And then I realized it was essentially up to us to either hold on to the past experiences we were bringing with us, or just get swallowed by all the challenges we had to face in coming to this new community, or to just find a balance, to find a meeting point between the local and this global world where we've been introduced to. And that struggle to find a balance is something that I, just like every one of them, we're all still working on. Our shared experiences showed me the beauty in diversity. Through them, I feel like I've been to China. I feel somehow like I've had a taste of Vietnamese culture. I feel like I now understand the multidimensional nature of India just through my interactions with each of these people. My supervisor and I were joking the other day about if I had to go home now, my family and friends back home would probably tease me on having a Canadian accent. You can hear me, you know I do not have a Canadian accent. Exactly. Sometimes some of my Canadian friends have to strain to understand exactly what I'm saying. The struggle. Okay. Yeah, so these challenges, these opportunities, these are the kind of privileges that you get in getting international education. And to me, I don't think there is an opportunity that is bigger than this. I feel really privileged, and this privilege is not born out of a sickening sense of entitlement, like I'm here now, my parents can afford to put me in school here, or anything like that. Rather, it's born out of gratitude. Gratitude in knowing that I'm one of the privileged few that was able to get over here to the other side of the world to see what this part of the world looks like. I feel like I'm standing on the shoulders of every member of my community who, in one way or the other, contributed to my being here. I am the ambassador. I'm the one who they send to send the message. At the same time, to receive and learn at the foot of everyone who was born here, who has had more experience being Canadian than I am, than I possibly would ever be. So yes, it is up to me to make the most of this experience. In wrapping up, I would say that something that I keep telling myself from time to time is, because of this privilege, because of this onus of responsibility that has been laid on me, I tell myself every time, I belong. This is it. This is my chance to make a difference in this world. To other members of my diaspora community, I say, this is our opportunity to learn differently. This is our opportunity to see another world and to contribute our own quota. And to every policymaker, to everyone who is passionate in some way about education in a globalized world, I say, let's create more opportunities for the different and the new. Because when we talk about globalization, when we talk about the world becoming one place, this is how we build that world together. Create more opportunities for other people from the other parts of the world to be a part of this. Thank you very much for listening.